Hi everyone, and welcome to my Gimmick Puppet Combo Guide. In this video, I'll be showing you both basic and advanced combos, including some niche situations you might run into. Please note, this guide is specifically focused on going first. I might eventually make another video covering the going second options. Something about me. I'm an enthusiastic Gimmick puppet player who consistently reaches at least the top 5% on the rated ladder each season. This season, I even peaked at 1,735 points, placing me in the top 0.5%. That doesn't mean I play the deck perfectly. There's always room for improvement and still do a lot of mistakes, but along the way, I've learned a lot, and I want to share some of my experiences and combos with you. Before we start, keep in mind that the combos I'm showing are mostly 1 or 2 card combos. You'll often need to adapt based on the rest of the cards in your hand. For example, if you have Condolence Puppet in hand, make sure to use it to set up protection. Also, all the combos I'm showing here are going first. Combos for going second are much more non-linear and usually different from going first. First combo, Little Soldiers plus any other Gimmick Puppet monster in hand, except Scattle Scream. Next combo, the Field Spell 1 card FTK. These are the two main FTK lines, but there are many more options. The deck is very non-linear and there are multiple ways to FTK, especially if you have the field spell on board. So let's go for some other. Now let me show you the Rogue Doll plus Condolence Puppet line. You can also call it the Rogue Doll plus Fiendish Knight line. For this combo, you need either Fiendish Knight or Rogue Doll in hand so you can add it back to your hand later. This combo also works with Terror Baby instead of Fiendish Knight, but in that case, Rogue Doll needs to be hard drawn to add it back to your hand later. In general, this combo is very similar to the Little Soldiers line. You need Machinix plus 2 other level 8 monsters on the field plus 1 Gimmick puppet monster in hand in the end to pull it off. Now I want to show you a more advanced combo. For this one, you need Little Soldiers plus Fiendish Knight. Keep in mind this combo is completely optional. With these cards, you can always just do the simple Little Soldiers line. The advantage of this advanced line is that it's less known, so your opponent might struggle to find a choke point. The trap can also be used as an FTK tool. Here's the combo for that. You need Little Soldiers plus Forbidden Droplet. However, only attempt this FTK if there's no other way to win, because there's always a risk that your opponent might imperm or droplet your Machinix during the draw phase. And don't forget to set the toggle to on during your opponent's turn. Now let's cover some combos for more specific circumstances. First, FTK under Lancea. For this combo, all you really need is Little Soldiers. Also, huge shout out to Pickles who found this line. Also, under some circumstances, you can FTK your opponent after Nibiru is used and without the field spell. For this combo, you need either a rank up spell or thrust in hand, plus Fiendish Knight. If you notice that your opponent has a response window after 5 summons, you can end your turn to bait their Nibiru. This is a bit of a gamble though. Sometimes your opponent might decide not to use it if they think they can play through your board. The next combo I want to cover is FTK under Droll. For this one, you need the field spell plus another level 8 Gimmick puppet monster plus the rank up spell in hand. If you already have little soldiers plus another extender in hand but no rank up spell, it might be better not to search with the field spell to avoid getting drolled. Since it is a little bit hard to set up this scenario in Master Duel, just imagine that I get drolled after searching the rank up spell. And finally, the last combo for now, the FTK when your little soldier gets impermed. This one is basically the same as the droll combo, but here you only need the field spell. In the combo video I'll show, I had an extra body because I was able to add rogue doll back to my hand, but that's not actually necessary. What really matters is that after making the link 2, you end up with 4 level 8 bodies on the field. All those combos were FTK. However, it is not always possible and necessary to FTK. For example, when you get interrupted, it is also okay to end up with Machine X plus the trap and other non-engine in hand or field. I also want to introduce you to combos you can do just with Rouge doll, which set up a decent board. First, the Rogue doll only combo, which also plays around Nibiru. This line is recommended if you have a lot of non-engine cards and hand traps in your hand. With this board, you get a pop with Machine X and a trap to steal an opponent's monster. Combined with your hand traps, this creates a solid board to survive your opponent's turn while maintaining good follow-up. One tip, if you drew Rogue doll via Condolence Puppet or Foolish Burial, don't detach it from your XYZ monster. That way, you can add it back to your hand on your next turn. Next, another line that also just uses Rogue doll. Play this combo if you don't have many hand traps or other non-engine cards, but keep in mind it carries the risk of being hit by Nibiru. One big advantage though is that this combo makes triple tactics, thrust, and Talon's life to potentially set up another interruption or rip a card from your opponent's hand. Keep in mind, all of these combos depend on specific hands. In reality, you'll have to adapt based on what you draw and how your opponent plays. Gimmick Puppet is very non-linear, which means there are multiple ways to kill your opponent. For even more combos, you can join the Gimmick Puppet Discord server. There are countless combos there that cover almost every situation. That's about it. Big shout out to the Gimmick Puppet Discord server and everyone there. Without them, this guide wouldn't have been possible. Also, here's a sample deck list I currently play. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to leave a comment if you think some of these combos can be improved, or just to share your general thoughts. I might even create a second part with more combos, so stay tuned.